This is Josh. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Inateck PCI-E to USB 3.0 5-port PCI Express card. I'll be doing an unboxing, installation, and review of this card into my desktop. The contents include a driver installation CD. We've also got an instruction manual, and there's a thank you card, and also encouraging you to leave a review. We've also got a couple different types of power connectors here. You've got a serial ATA power connector and a 4-pin Molex connector. You can use whichever is easier for you. And then of course you've got the 5-port USB 3.0 expansion card. What I have here is an HP Pavilion P71423W. Just a standard tower, nothing really elaborate, but it gets the job done. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here to the expansion ports here. You can see here that I've got 1, 2, 3 PCI-E slots, and then I've got an Inateck slot here as well. Now this card can fit in to this Inateck slot if these were all full, but since I don't have anything in there, I'm going to go ahead and put it in one of those. You're going to want to take the PCI-E end here and line up your USB 3.0 port side so that it faces the outside. Obviously, if this is the first time you've ever done it, make sure that you take off the cover on the front that you'll be putting the card in at. I just have them all off so it's easier because I mix them up sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and install it in this bottom one here. I'll go ahead and zoom in a little more. Just want to make sure and get it lined up correctly. Make sure that you don't force it in or anything, and it should just snap into place. There we go. Now you can see here I've got a couple of different connections here. I've actually got the serial ATA connector to add power to this so that I can charge my cell phone, that sort of thing. You don't have to have power going to this if you're just going to be using, you know, like a memory stick or something like that, but I'm going to go ahead and run power to it since I'm able. I've also got a USB 3.0 expander slot here, so like say if I wanted to put USB 3.0 ports in the front of my tower, I'd be able to install that and then just run a cable back and connect it to here. It's a serial ATA splitter cable. It's got 1 male, 2 female. And what I'm going to do is I've got an extra serial ATA cable coming off of my hard drive, so I'm going to take advantage of that instead of plugging it in to my power supply. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and plug the male end into the female end of the SATA connection. There we go. And then I'm going to plug one of the female ends off of the Y, top of the Y connector. I'm going to plug that into my expansion card here, and then it snaps into place. You could also use this 4-pin Molex connector if you've got a plug-in in your power supply for that. Some of the older units do. All I have to do is get the faceplate back on here, get it all buttoned up, and I'll be ready to go. Okay, I'm now going to insert the driver CD. I'm going to click on drivers, then I'm going to go to online update. I'm going to click on PCI Express. Product number is KTU3FR502I, and I'm running Windows 8. Doesn't show there's an option here for Windows 8. It's going to download the latest one. Should work. Okay, I'm going to save the file. I'm going to open it. Double click and run it. And it's installing it. It brings up the software. I'm going to click next. Yes. Next. Install. Installing Fresco Logic USB 3.0 host controller. Alright, and we finished the installation, and you can see down here that the drivers are indeed installing. Everything's installed, and I'm now ready to use the 3.0 slots. This review was done by Josh. I did receive a product sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to report a fair and honest review.